It is Caterpillar time again, and this model is from Diecast Masters and it's numbered 85585, and as it says on the outer box, it's the Cat 330 hydraulic excavator. As the name suggests, this is an excavator in the 30-ton class. Talking of class, the model arrives in the usual high-class Diecast Masters packaging, and this is the usual standard for their Highline series models. Once out of the box, there's a nice tin protected by a nylon bag. And as the tin emerges into view, we can see it's got high quality graphics and text. And there are also some nice photos, and it's always good to see technical information about the real machine. It's always nice to pull the lid off these tins, it feels like there should be some biscuits inside. But instead we have a Cat 2019 mini brochure. And there's also a single sheet, and that describes how to install the operator in the cab. So as you'd expect, the operator travels separately, and he's in the upper deck. And because operators can sometimes be hard to manage, there's also a tool that you can use to apply some discipline. After all that, we can remove the top level of foam, and that gets us to see the model inside, and there's also protective plastic formers on the crawler tracks. It's time to get the model out. For the assembly, we'll just class installing the operator as assembly, and to do that we take the roof off of the cab. And that gives us the best look at the detail inside, and that also includes having Cat printed on the seat back. Next we grab the operator by the scruff of the neck, and then insert him where he's going to do his work. Starting underneath, the metal crawler tracks have decent detail. The base plate is simple, but it's nice to see some detail underneath the body. The track frames don't have working rollers, but they look good and some graphics have been added to enhance the detail. The cab has got lights detailed and the grab rail is metal, although the mirror is plastic. And it's nice to see some graphics added, including Cat on the side of the seat and a badge in the window. Behind the cab, the panel handles are nicely highlighted. There are small graphics and the grills are of graphics too. And a feature of this next generation design is the new Cat logo. It appears again on the other side of the machine, together with more graphics and highlighting. And there's some very good hydraulics detailing, including these hoses to the main boom rams. One nice touch on this model is that the handrails are all made of metal and they're nicely thin. The detail level on top is very high, and in part that's actually because it's a plastic part, and that allows more detail than you'd get in a metal casting. The colour match is very good, but not quite perfect. Hydraulic hoses run to the top edge of the boom, and their connectors and pipes can be seen. The standard of this detailing is very good on this model, and it also includes highlighted cables running to the work lights. Once again, just so that we don't forget it, there's the new Cat logo. On one side of the boom and stick, the face is plastic, and usually that arrangement is on the underside. The metal bucket has some decent detailing. We start with the crawler tracks and they move very freely by hand, and they are spring-loaded for tension. They do work very well because when we're out on the Cranes etc. test track, the model rolls along extremely easily, and if you want to, you can replicate hard turns on the tracks. Getting around to the swing of things and the rotation is very good too. It's nice and smooth on the review model with no stickiness. Let's now put our operator to work raising the boom, and it appears to go up to a decent height, and the stick can be raised to a reasonably straight line. As you see here, the bucket is pushed back as far as it will go, and at the other extreme of movement, let's fold it all up so that it becomes a transport load. There's a touch of looseness in the rams, but it does fold up nice and small. Let's do our patented check on the depth of dig, and actually it's a little bit disappointing, with much of the boom pistons remaining visible. Another nice option for a model like this is as a transport load, and here we're using a giant hand crane to put it on a low loader. The Caterpillar 330 is a very popular machine, and this is a very well presented model of it by Diecast masters. A particular strength is the level of detailing, although the functionality is not to the highest standard. But it's a good looking model that poses well with others, and overall it's rated as very good.